Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch, and welcome to another instalment of the What's in the Watch Roll series. It's been a quiet first half of 2025 in terms of travel, what with a pregnant wife and a small baby, but that is about to change. Mr. P and I are off to the Hong Kong Clock and Watch Fair, and by the time you watch this, I'll be on my way to the airport. I've wanted to go to this thing for close to a decade now, and I'm finally getting my chance. We're going to have a look for some suppliers for bits and pieces, straps, packaging, warranty cards, etc., and generally have a look and see what's available. But it's not just a business trip. The whole Jomwa gang are coming as well. Mrs. and the two tiny gentlemen are flying with me, and my mum, my sister and my nephew are also flying in from the UK independently, and we're going to have a bit of a holiday together. It will be chaos, I have no doubt. Anyway, for the business portion of the trip at the show, I'll be representing Erebus, so today my watch roll contains only Erebus. I'll show you my favourite watches that we've made over the last 2 years, and then at the end of the video I'm going to give you some clues as to what we've got coming up, and we have got a lot coming up. Let's flip the camera and get on with it. Alright, you know how this format works. 3 watches in the roll, 1 watch on my wrist. I'm going to show you them in order of wrist time, from most wrist time to least wrist time. And there is a reason why the 4th watch has had the least wrist time. The one I've worn the most though, a bit of a surprise for me anyway, it's the Origin GMT. Yeah, look, even I'm not quite sure why I have connected with this watch so much, but I just have. We launched this one in November last year, and over the last 12 months or so, I have worn it an awful lot. Now, this is the premium cola style GMT. Don't get sued, Jody, with the bicolor black and red bezel. Now, it normally comes on an all brushed, again, J style, Jody, don't get sued, bracelet, which I love. I specified the fact that it was going to be an all brushed bracelet because I love that style. But I haven't worn it on the bracelet at all. I mean, I pretty much took it off the bracelet and put it on one of these Erebus branded FKM rubber straps the day it came into the house. Takes the weight down to 115 grams, and it really sits well on my wrist. The Origin obviously was the first watch we launched, and the Origin line very much helped establish the brand. This GMT though, slightly different in terms of proportions. The dial's a bit smaller, there's a bit more bezel to it, the 4th GMT hand, the applied logo, frame around the date complication. It's just got a bit more going on than the original 3-hander did, which is why I think I prefer it. Plus, I know how much that split ceramic, all brushed, fully loomed bezel insert costs. So yeah, I guess when you know what went into a watch, you appreciate it a little bit more perhaps than someone just buying one off the shelf. But really, really enjoy this watch, and I've worn it a lot. Another watch I have worn a lot is my 39mm orange Fume Ascent, as evidenced by the dirty great scratches. I'm not sure, I can't remember doing that, but yeah, it must have been a fair old impact to muller it that badly. If the Origin helped launch the brand, the Ascent has really kind of cemented us in the market, really. It's been our most popular watch by a margin, particularly in this 39mm size. Since then, we have launched 34s, 36s and 41s, but the 39 is the biggest seller. And yeah, it's not difficult for me to see why. It's the perfect case size for this style of watch. If you have an average size wrist like I do anyway, I still have no idea why Rolex discontinued their 39mm Oyster case a couple of years ago. It was definitely the best of the range of sizes that they did. Our sizes may sound familiar to you, 34, 36, 39 and 41. It's the Rolex size. If it works for them, then it certainly will work for us. Stephen and I couldn't be happier with the Ascent. We think it's a real value proposition. These were $350 US plus shipping on pre-order, and we still sell them at $350 US on promotion. I don't think it looks like a $350 US watch. The hands are where the money went on this one, and if you catch them at a certain angle, certain light, they just look fabulous. So fabulous, in fact, that you may see another Ascent coming up soon. Watch number 3 is the Origin 38. I guess if I'm not wearing the larger case, GMT version, then I wear this version, and once again, oh, have a look at the clasp. Yes, this one has definitely seen some use. Because it's a smaller watch, it's a lighter watch, I tend to wear it quite loose as well, which I guess is another reason it kind of tends to bash off surfaces here and there. It's a very simple and legible design. We didn't reinvent the wheel with this one or any of our other watches so far, to be honest, but it does exactly what it says on the tin, this one. It was supposed to be a simple, clean, legible tool diver, and yeah, it very, very much fills that brief. And last, but by no means least, it's watch number 4, and it is box fresh. This will be its first time outside of the house when I get on the plane to Hong Kong. It's a black Helix Ascent 39. This one we actually discontinued. As I said, we launched 12 versions of this watch, 12 different dial versions of this watch in April last year. The black Helix wasn't one of the top 8 sellers, so we cut it. And unfortunately, we cut it before I could get one for myself, but it was my favorite. So one of the benefits of owning half of a watch brand is if you miss out on something and you want it, then you just ask for more of them to be manufactured. So we just got another run of 50 of these made, primarily so that I could have one for myself, because I didn't get one the first time around. Yeah, okay, we all know I'm a bit boring. Black dial watches, 3 out of the 4 have been black dial watches, but this one, I think that Helix pattern really suits the overall watch, and I love the fact that it's black. Sometimes you can barely see it's there, sometimes you can really see it's there. That's the kind of beauty of one of these Helix dial patterns. So that is at least part of my personal Erebus collection. These are all production units, by the way. We keep our prototypes in what is becoming, and what we term anyway, an Erebus museum at headquarters. Boxes and boxes full of the things. We tend to use the protos when we attend trade shows as our sample watches. I think we're going to need a few more boxes though over the course of 2026, because we have got a lot coming up. So what's next for Erebus then? Well, launching hopefully at the end of this month, we will have a 4-handed Ascent. That's all I'm going to say for now. We're off to New York again for the Wind Up Watch Fair in October. We had such a great time last year. We're both really excited to go back again this year. And we booked a venue in Manhattan. On one of the evenings, we're going to host an event for customers and for friends of the brand. And we have got 3 different watches, all brand new model names, all at the prototyping stage, or various stages of the prototyping stage, including an integrated bracelet watch with, for the first time, a Swiss movement option, a far more dressy offering than anything we've done before in 2 very different styles, and a field watch with a custom module giving it a complication that hasn't been seen on the market in literally decades. We have been working on that watch for 2 years now, and we're still only just getting to the stage of prototyping them. Plus, we have begun the design process on a chronograph. We have fairly well developed plans for a new entry-level dive watch that may well have a tritium rather than lume on the dial and the handset, and a version 2 of our first watch, the Origin, that is more refined in every single area. So it looks like I'm not going to get much sleep again in 2026. It's going to be a big year for us, based on work that we started doing back at the beginning of 2024. This has not been without its challenges. We have made mistakes, and the global environment is not getting any easier to work in, but it has been a fantastic experience building the brand with Stephen, and it has been, more importantly, a lot of fun as well. So thank you to everyone who has bought an Erebus or just taken an interest in the Erebus story so far. If you like this 4 surprise watch format, check out another couple of vids over there. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you again soon.